This is Fred Hassan with Sit Me and Sit Dog Training with today's email question of the day. His email is from Steve and it reads, Fred, I noticed from watching your videos that you never tell your dog to stay. Steve, you are very observant. Given this a lot of thought over the years, Steve, and I'm going to explain my theories behind this. And those of you that are out there in internet land are more than welcome to leave your comments and try to find a fault with this theory. Good luck to you. Okay, first of all, folks, it is physically impossible for a dog to sit and for him not to stay. If he moves even an inch, or he takes 2 feet forward, or moves to the right, or moves to the left, or moves behind, or jumps up and down, he's not sitting. So, sit means sit. See that right there? Sit means sit. Now, however you want to train the command, whether you want to train it with a clicker, or a cookie, or a hot dog, or a choke chain, however you want to train the command, that's entirely up to you. But that still doesn't change the fact that when the dog is sitting there, it's impossible for him to sit and not to stay. Teach the dog that he needs to sit there until one of two things happen. Either we release him to go play or to do whatever. He has to have some sort of release command. We use break, you can use whatever you want. Or he's given another command. You tell him to down or you tell him to come. So the only two things that releases him out of his sit command, the only two rules that apply are he's either is given a release command or he's given a different command. Other than that, he just sits. Sit means sit. The first problem that we have with the fundamentals of this is, we've all seen it. Somebody tells their dog to sit. The dog gets up, repositions himself, moves a couple feet, sits back down. But of course, you're not justified to say anything because you didn't tell him to stay. So really anything that the dog does when you tell him to sit, if he gets up and moves 2 feet or 5 feet or 10 feet and sits back down, it's all okay because we didn't put in a stay command. So it kind of loses the general idea of what sit means because our fundamentals right from the beginning are getting very, very sloppy. Teaching him the sit means sit way, we are very aware right from the get-go and paying attention to our dog the whole time. And when we tell him to sit, we're very aware of him. If he moves or does anything, he needs to sit there until he's released, or, what was the other thing? That's right, or until he's given another command. So those are the only two rules. He has to sit. Sit means sit. So it's impossible for him to sit and not to stay until he's either released or given another command. This also makes it easier in that the dog just has to learn one command, and that's sit instead of sit and stay and having to differentiate and having to see if he's right half the time and he's wrong the other half the time. So we're trying to make it easier for the dog and easier for the owner. So thanks for your time today, and be sure to leave your comments on this video. So until next time, sit means sit.